we have a point guard and a center. Kevin's in health and safety protocols, and Christian, we're still waiting to see if he's going to be. He'll be like a game time decision, but no decision yet. No, I haven't heard any communication either way about him.
What about Josh Christopher?
He'll also be a game time decision. He's still trying to work it out and get the pain out. It's very painful, but they're trying to stretch and do everything they can to make it right. But still, game time.
I know everybody's dealing with this, but to have Kevin Porter Jr. go out now for a period of time, how much is that as a setback, not just to him, but really to what you're trying to build and get accomplished?
Yeah, I mean, it's a small setback. I mean, hopefully the length of time that it is, it's a big setback as far as our group and his progress and all of that. But hopefully it won't be too long in the course of this 82 game season. Hopefully, since we have a game today, then we have 2 days, and then we have another game, then we play every other day. Hopefully it won't be an extended period like those 5 and 7s that we were having earlier. We have a little bit of wiggle room as far as the time's concerned. So yeah, it's definitely a setback, but we'll be able to have guys fill in, and we've been here before without them. So it's not new for us.
Jalen mentioned previously working on his shot mechanics while he was out rehabbing his injury with Coach John Lucas.
Yeah.
Are you at all concerned that the attempt to maybe, adjust his shot mechanics, however slight, mid-season may be a contributing factor to his recent struggles?
Not really. I think it was less about his shot mechanics and more about the pace that he was getting into his shots. So they've been working on that the last couple of days and trying to fine tune that. But I just think it's a slump to me. It's just one of those things.
On mechanics, when he came back, he was shooting the ball much better. Can you get away sometimes from some of those mechanics when you aren't working on it as much?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like anything. It's like golf when you're used to trying to groove your swing for day after day after day, and then you play once every little while, you kind of revert back to the things that you were doing. And I'm not sure if he's reverting back, but it does look like the pace of his release has gotten kind of back to where it was prior to when him and Luke were working on it.
Coach, when you went back and you looked at the tape, what were some of the causes for the reason that you all gave up 82 points in the paint?
Yeah, there was a lot of things. There was the transition part, which is sprinting back to the paint. And I was telling Matt earlier, today's NBA in transition, a lot of times you're so worried about the 3-point shot because it used to be in transition, everybody's running for a layup. So you were really concentrated on like protecting the rim. And you've kind of gotten away from that a little bit. But the main 2 things you have to do in transition are stop the basketball and protect the rim. We didn't do that last game. Also was our pick and roll protection and our coverage on the pick and roll or handoff. So they had guys who we could have gone under and kept them out of the paint that we were going over, and they were getting downhill and getting into the paint and forcing our big to either stop the ball or get back to their man, and our protection on that wasn't great. So kind of our decision making on who was the person coming off the pick and roll or the handoff, that was a big issue as well. So we talked a lot about that yesterday as far as like the paint is so important to us, and hopefully it'll be rectified tonight. But tonight with this group that we're playing, I mean, most of these guys are guys you definitely can't go over. So stopping the ball is going to be imperative for our bigs, and then our protection behind it, helping on their rolls or their like driving kicks are going to be super, super important.
With KPJ out and Josh a little banged up, is Station coming back from RGV either today or in the coming days?
Not right now.
Felt like early in that Spurs game, many of the first 5 or 6 actions, it felt like they were directly correlated to trying to get Jalen going early. Was that just an attempt to try and help kind of ease him out of the slump that he's been in?
Not really. It was just he actually ran the first play, and it was supposed to be for Christian, I believe, and it ended up being a driving kick to Jalen for his corner 3 that he made. But yeah, our offense, and this is another thing that we worked on yesterday, is I'm trying to call less and less plays so we can play free and we can play to our strengths. But last game, I found myself calling more and more plays, which isn't our strength. And at that time of the game, yeah, maybe I was trying to like the thing with our group, and maybe you've asked me or someone has asked me about like trying to figure out who are you going to at a specific time. Like, are you going to Eric? Are you going to Christian? Are you going to Scoot? Are you going to Jalen? And you know, when you're making play calls, you have to make those decisions as opposed to getting the ball moving, getting it side to side, and letting the offense or the defense kind of dictate who gets the ball and when and where. And hopefully it's in a spot where they can be successful. So kind of mixing in the play calls with the pace, I call it, which is kind of free play. Yeah, that's what I try to do. But I didn't make a concerted effort in that game to kind of get Jalen going.